ignition.
Hi, this is Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for watching my channel. I really do deeply appreciate it. I've got yet another California compliance product review here, and I know I've just inundated you with these things, and I apologize. A lot of it is the fact that we had the major Gunmageddon laws pass here in the state, and they've made so many changes that arguably are very difficult to figure out, that Californians are doing just that, trying to figure them out and not doing a very good job of it because frankly, the laws are written very poorly. Let me give you an example. I've got this AK here, and now the AKs that are sold in California, you can see the muzzle devices are just cut off of them, so there's no muzzle device there, no way to screw one on or attach one. And then it doesn't have a collapsible stock or anything else. But according to California law, for whatever crazy reason, this rifle is dangerous because I can wrap my thumb around the grip. If my thumb is forced to stay on the same side as the grip, then it's not dangerous anymore. It's not an assault weapon anymore. It's only an assault weapon. It's an assault weapon if I can wrap my thumb around the grip. Ooh, somehow that makes it more dangerous. This is when you can honestly tell that laws are written by people who have no idea what they're doing, and they're writing laws just to be able to write laws because they can. So it's a very simple thing to take your already more or less California legal AK that you bought in the state and has a bullet cage on it or whatever. If you want to remove the bullet cage and make the rifle completely featureless, all you need is, dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I didn't have any special music, the AK Battle Fin from akhammer.com. The AK Battle Fin. I love the name. All right, all this does is block the area so you can't put your thumb around the stock. That's all it is. It's a little piece of plastic or polymer or whatever, and it simply slides between the top of the grip and the receiver. That's all it does. So you can see it's got a groove here, and you just loosen up the screw on the grip and put it on there. So we're going to do that. It's like a 5-minute thing. Takes a screwdriver. That's it. On this particular, different grip, this is a buddy of mine's AK, and he put a different grip on it than normal. This takes a Phillips screwdriver. The normal grips you see, which are like on this one, they take a regular screwdriver, but just look at it. I mean, it's not hard to figure out. And if I can actually see in there, which I cannot, and get it to line up with the screw, which because of all these lights is difficult to see, all we got to do is loosen it up enough. You don't want to take it all the way off. Loosen up enough to take this thing and slide it in there. And then once it's in position, that's about right. Tighten it back down. And there you have it. That's all you got to do. And now, because your rifle has this fin, you can't put your thumb around the grip. Your rifle is now California legal. It is now a featureless rifle. It does not have a flash hider, does not have a collapsible stock, and it does not have technically a pistol grip because your thumb cannot wrap around the grip. There you are. So now the question comes, well, how comfortable is that? Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I like the product. I do not like the product. Wait, what? I like the product because it's simple, it's easy, and it solves a problem for very little money. Bam, you're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't like the product because I like to put my stinking thumb around the grip. That's what the grip's made to do. However, in California, I don't have any choice. So unless I want to be illegal or I want to register the rifle, which if it were mine, I wouldn't want to do, I'd put this on it because it makes it featureless now because it doesn't have any of the offending features, no longer has a pistol grip under the law, and I can take this bullet cage off, and then I can use my standard magazine release rather than having to put a magazine in and then have a tool to jam in there and release my mag, which is what you got to do with this idiotic bullet cage. This way I can have a standard mag release. All I have to do is take 5 minutes and add that. And that's the AK Battle Fin from akhammer.com. Now, the next question that needs to be asked is, what's it like shooting the darn thing? Well, I took it to the range and I played with it a lot. I tried holding it out in front of me with one hand, like you saw me do a couple minutes ago. I did it with my right hand. I did it with my left hand. I tried shooting it a lot, and I had had no difficulty doing that at all. I shot it right-handed for quite a while, and then I thought, well, I wonder what it's like if I'm a southpaw, so I shot it left-handed, which arguably I'm terrible at, shooting rifles left-handed, but nevertheless, I did it just for you. I shot it left-handed for quite a bit, and I found that, honestly, it runs just fine. Is it kind of a nuisance? Yes. Does it take a little getting used to? Yeah, you got to get used to having your hand positioned in such a way that your thumb is always going to be on the same side. And naturally I keep wanting to put my thumb there, but it doesn't want to go there, and I have to just remember to put it here. It's just the same as with an AR. You just essentially have this block, a piece of plastic blocking your grip on this side. It's not as big a deal where the safety is concerned, because you're gonna do that here, or however you're gonna do it anyway. It's on that side. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect your safety the way it would on an AR, where you're better off putting an ambidextrous safety on it. It's not going to affect your charging handle, because you're going to reach over here and charge it that way anyway. So that really doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that simply does not affect the way it would in an AR. And frankly, because of the way the grips are set up, it's really easy to put it on there. The only difference is the kind of grip you have and what kind of screwdriver you need. As I said, in the case of this one, the screw is inset. It's at the base of the grip, because you can see the grip's hollow, and it's a Phillips screw happens to be in there. In the case of this one, it's the grip I see all the time on AKs. It's this funky little hard rubber grip, and it's got a standard flat screwdriver, and the screw comes all the way to the end of the grip. But you just loosen it up and slide it in there. I put it on this one too. I just didn't happen to shoot it for the video. So truthfully, if you're looking for a really simple and very, very inexpensive answer to the California problem for your AK, and you don't mind putting up with one of these things where you can't put your thumb around it, because that's, it's one of your choices. And if you don't want to register the rifle, well, this is actually a good little product. It's not, it's certainly not expensive. I like the fact that you can put it on there, and what would it take me, a minute? You can take it off in a minute if you want to go to take a class. I know I'm going out to Front Sight here in a couple weeks to take a rifle class, 4-day rifle class, and if I was taking an AK, I'd go over there and pop the fin off. There'd take me a couple minutes, and I'm back to my regular rifle running the way it's supposed to. Obviously, if it's a featureless rifle, you can go back to your standard mag release, and you can ditch this idiotic bullet cage so you can use your regular mag release again. The other thing I like about it is this. California and these other states keep inventing these wacky laws, and then we keep coming up with ways around them, while NRA and CRPA and other groups are trying to fight them. And then you know that the minute we find a way around them, sooner or later in the next year or two, they're going to find a way to write a law to defeat what we've just done, and we have to do it again. So every time we spend a lot of money to alter a rifle, we end up having to spend a lot of money to alter it the next time. If you can do it inexpensively and quickly, well, that makes more sense, because they're going to try to write a law against it anyway at some point. And this way, at least you can keep your rifle the way you want it to be in the meantime, while you're helping NRA, helping CRPA fight these laws in California, which, by the way, I probably should mention to you too, after I once again show you the picture of the AK battle fin. And that way you'll know what you're looking for when you look for it online, or you shop for it someplace and you know what to buy. So there you go. There's the AK hammer from, the AK battle fin from akhammer.com. Pretty good little product, honestly. It's not, it's a little thin, and it's not, I felt flimsy when I first picked it up, but honestly, once it's tightened down, it's pretty strong, and I don't think it's going to break. I think it's pretty solid. I didn't exactly torture test it, but frankly, it's a pretty easy thing to replace if it doesn't last you forever. But I think unless you drop your rifle or throw it around or mistreat it, you're not going to have any problem with it, and it solves the problem easily and fairly inexpensively. That's, again, the AK battle fin from akhammer.com. You'll find the link in the description if you'd like to check it out. All right, now, real quick about the NRA and the CRPA. I've lived here most of my life in the state of California, and I'm getting to be an old guy. So I remember when the NRA and the California Rifle and Pistol Association were completely useless in the state of California. I'm just going to put it out there. They did nothing to fight for our rights, or very little, but nothing in this state, and yet they wanted our money all the time, and they spent it in other states. There's the truth of it. Now, the NRA can call me or put up something to refute that, but they'd be lying, because that's exactly what it was. I was here, I remember. And you probably do too if you've been around long enough. Now, that said, here's what I'm seeing now. I'm seeing the NRA spend an enormous amount of money and effort in this state. I don't know why they didn't do it before. Maybe it was a strategy thing. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to, I'm not going to guess. I know it made me mad at the time, but now I'm looking at them really fighting for our rights in this state. The California Rifle and Pistol Association is also doing the same. When you've got the Michelle and Associates with Mr. Michelle, the attorney, fighting for you, those folks really know what they're doing, and they're working overtime to turn the California Rifle and Pistol Association around into an actual real advocacy group instead of a good old boys club, which is what it was for the longest time. So now I'm happy to support them. I'm happy to encourage you to join, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years because I see them changing. So I know you may have doubts if you live in the state of California about NRA. You may have doubts about California Rifle and Pistol Association. I urge you to give them another look. Give them a second chance right now. They are fighting very hard and they need your support. And no, I'm not a shill for the California Rifle and Pistol Association. What I am is a Californian who wants his rights back. So I'm supporting them. I urge you to do the same. If you'd like to join NRA, you can go to our link in the description or on our website at GunGuy TV. It'll save you a little bit of money and you can join for less than the cost of a box of ammo for a year. And I urge you to do that if you haven't already. All right, that was it on the NRA. That's all I wanted to say. There you are. Check out the AK Battle Fin. Great little product. I was impressed with it, and I think it's a really easy way for, if you own an AK, to get out of this mess with California, at least temporarily, and we'll see where it goes from there. Have a great week. Please support us on Patreon. We definitely need the support. Oh, and by the way, look for the audio podcast I'm going to post on YouTube. It is the latest podcast I did for patrons only on Patreon, but I want you to be able to listen and hear what I'm doing in a podcast in case you'd like to hear them regularly. They are on Patreon. It's up to you, but I want you to at least know what's there. Have a great week. Thank you for watching, and please be safe.